And then what he did, this liquid would solidify, and it would be the same refractive index as a diamond, and it would mask that feather. It would mask that inclusion. And the diamond would have a lot of brilliance to it. Now, people say to me, so you're saying that this diamond is not a real diamond? And I'm saying, no, it is a real diamond. What they've done, they've enhanced its clarity. Which means if you didn't like your nose and you went to a surgeon and they clipped off a little piece of your nose, they've enhanced your appearance. Well, since diamonds don't have noses, they're not able to clip those, but if they do have feathers or they do have certain types of inclusions, by injecting this liquid into them, they're able to enhance the clarity, enhance the appearance of that particular diamond. And a lot of people say, well, you know, if it had a feather in it, you said, you know, that it could fall apart, it could cleave. What I've said to you is if the inclusion breaks the surface of that particular diamond, it affects the integrity of the diamond. It affects the strength of that diamond. I'm saying to you, if it had a feather and they've gone in and injected this fluid into that feather, then they've masked the feather, they've given that diamond a lot of brilliance, and it really does not affect the integrity of that diamond. And some people say, well, you know, well, how big is a feather? You know, how thick is it? It's thinner than a human hair. I mean, it's minute, but because of the way it refracts the light in a diamond, this is why you're able to see it. Now, there's another type of enhancement that we find in diamonds. And this is what we call laser drilled. And they actually go in, and you may have a small black spot in a diamond. And generally, this is a type of garnet crystal that you're seeing. A lot of times people think it's a piece of carbon. Sometimes it's some carbon, but generally it's another form of mineral, and generally it's garnet. They will go in with a laser and actually drill through the top or the bottom or the side of that diamond to get to that little piece of inclusion and blast it out. Now what you have is a little white pocket or a little white dot. And most of the time you're not even going to see this unless you're using a loupe, and we've talked about a loupe as a magnifying device. Generally when we look at diamonds we use a 10 power loupe. And this should be enough magnification to be able to see any kind of internal characteristics inside of that diamond. When it's sent to a diamond grading lab, they generally look at diamonds under 60 power. So that means, you know, 6 times what you're using to really look at a diamond with, because they want all the magnification they can get to be able to put any type of internal characteristics inside of that diamond if they're writing a certificate to grade it. Now, going back to the laser, when we look at a diamond that's been lasered, we have what we generally call a wormhole. And no, they don't use a worm to get inside that diamond, they use a laser. But what happens, that laser will burn a little trail into the diamond, through the crystal, into that black spot that we're trying to eliminate. And when you look at it very carefully, you'll see it looks like a thread down to where you'll see a little white pocket where that particular inclusion used to be. Now, I've talked about clarity enhancement before this, where we've injected a liquid into a feather or an inclusion in a diamond to mask it. To give you an idea of how small a feather is compared to a laser wormhole. A laser wormhole is probably about the thickness of a human hair. A feather is so much thinner than that, they're not even able to use that liquid to fill a laser hole up. That would be, to give you some sort of a comparison, like trying to fill the Grand Canyon. That's the difference in size between a laser hole, which is extremely minute, and that feather that they're actually covering up with the clarity enhancement. Now, the reason I talk to you about these different types of enhancements is because at Christmas time, Westchester Gold and Diamonds, we sell a ton of diamonds. I mean, we you know, if you walk into our store, I can pretty much guarantee we're going to have a larger inventory than any store you've walked into. And I don't care if you're walking into Sam's or you're walking into one of the stores that advertises in the malls and things like that. We just have a large selection of much larger diamonds in stock, as well as pretty much any size diamond you want. And if we don't have it, I've got the ability after 37 years to pick up the phone and get the diamond you're looking for into my store pretty quickly for you. But you're going to walk in and you're going to find in some of these other stores diamonds, and they're going to look beautiful. And they're going to be really inexpensive. You're going to look at and when I say inexpensive, that's sort of a general term, because what might be inexpensive to one person could be a fortune to another person. But to give you an example, you might see a 1-carat diamond. It's a beautiful color. It's got great sparkle to it. And it's $1,500 or $1,600. You can walk into another store and see a comparable diamond, and it's $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000. And you're going, man, this guy is ripping me off. I'm going back and find out I'm going to buy that other diamond for $1,500 or $1,600. I'm getting a great deal. Unfortunately, the salesperson that you spoke with never bothered explaining to you what on your receipt it said CE. It said 1-carat diamond, CE, $1,500, $1,600. What did the CE stand for? The CE stood for Clarity Enhanced. Is this a terrible thing? No, it's not a terrible thing. These Clarity Enhanced stones are beautiful. And it's a great way for somebody on a limited budget to get 2 or 3 times their money's worth. I've got Clarity Enhanced diamonds at the shop. I've sold them for years. And we put 2 different tags on it. One is our price tag. One is another one that says Clarity Enhanced, so that there's no chance of our salespeople ever getting these mixed up. And we constantly check to make sure that any of the diamonds we've bought are not Clarity Enhanced. And like I said, there's certainly nothing wrong with that. We sell a lot of large diamond studs, diamond earrings, that are Clarity Enhanced, because, a ring, you're going to hold your hand out and your girlfriends are all going to look at it. Diamonds, larger diamond studs, nobody's going to walk up there with a loop and grab you by the ear and start staring at those diamonds. So Clarity Enhanced diamonds, for us, we've got diamond solitaires, but we also have a lot of Clarity Enhanced diamonds that we use for diamond studs. And again, you're able to buy 2-carat total weight diamond studs, that look like $8,000 or $10,000 diamonds for $3,000 and $4,000. So you can save 50 to 60% easily on these Clarity Enhanced stones. And again, there's nothing wrong with buying that. It's in your budget. It gives you a great look. But make sure that people you're dealing with are going to tell you that they're Clarity Enhanced. Now, the first thing I talked about was the HTHP treatment, which changes a darker diamond or a browner colored stone to a much whiter diamond. Now, why would somebody want to do